Hello, I'm Dr. Sam and this is Dr. Sam's Health. Today I'll be talking about my personal body transformation. I will be making another report. If you are following these reports, you remember that I started 4 weeks ago. I started in pretty bad shape. You can watch my previous videos. I had pretty high body fat percentage. I weighed more than 100 kilos, over 220 pounds. And these 4 weeks were quite interesting. I already reported pretty good weight loss in the first 2 weeks, and I'm happy to report some further weight loss in the past 2 weeks. I think as we go, it would make sense to structure these reports. So I will be talking about what I've been doing in the past 2 weeks. Then I will report what happened to me, what were my results in the past 2 weeks, and then I will talk about the following 2 weeks. What is my plan and what are my expectations? So let us start with what I've been doing in the past 2 weeks. Pretty much my plan did not change, and what I've been doing is just simply following a low-carb diet. I try to make it low-calorie, meaning that I would watch the sizes of the meals, but pretty much I would not count my calories, and I'll explain why. Also, I would be eating only once a day, literally late in the evening when I would come up from work, and if I had a workout, I would work out and then I would eat. I would also try to swim after coming to work before having my meal. Then I would cook myself a meal and consume it. Couple of words about this caloric intake. It's quite a tedious process to count your calories. I could do it. I've got this little scale that I can use to weigh the ingredients and so on. I believe that keto, low-carb diet, and intermittent fasting together produce pretty good effect in terms of weight loss. At the same time, I believe that if you are consuming way more calories than you should, you will not lose weight even if you are following both keto and intermittent fasting. But at this particular point, I just don't want to make the process too tedious, too difficult to follow. So what I'm doing, I'm simply consuming well-familiar foods in relatively small quantities. I cannot say that I overeat. I have just one decent meal a day. Usually it's like equivalent of a chicken breast or half of a chicken with a bowl of salad. So that's pretty much it. It's a very simple diet plan, nutrition plan, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not hitting like high amounts of calories consumed on a daily basis. At the same time, this nutritional approach can be further modified to make it more strict, more intense, and to speed up my weight loss if I hit a plateau. Speaking of weight loss, it's time to talk about my results. So what happened to me in terms of my weight loss in the past 2 weeks? In the past 2 weeks, I kept losing weight, but I must admit that, as predicted, my weight loss slowed down significantly. So, as you remember, if you remember, I've lost 15 pounds in the first 2 weeks, and I said in the very beginning, like 2 weeks ago, that you cannot be too optimistic about these results, because in the very first 2 weeks, people tend to lose lots of water. They pretty much cleanse their gut. They lose their glycogen from their muscles and liver, and with glycogen they lose a lot of body water. In the past 2 weeks I've lost just 6.4 pounds of body weight. If we crunch the numbers, you will see that there are significant difference in the quality of weight loss. In the first 2 weeks, pretty much half of the weight that I've lost was lean body weight, mostly water. Whereas in these past 2 weeks I've lost only slightly more than 1 pound of lean body weight, and over 80% of the weight that I've lost was fat. So this is a very good result. I was a little bit facetious when I was talking about me losing just 6.4 pounds, because to begin with, it's a pretty good result for anyone to lose several pounds in a couple of weeks. One important thing is that first of all, I've lost over 20 pounds in the first 4 weeks of my body transformation, so 21.5 pounds to be precise, which is very good. Another important thing is that the first couple of weeks are not really indicative of what kind of weight loss is going to happen to you. Whereas this second 2 weeks were quite good in terms of predictions. I can clearly say that this weight loss was very high quality weight loss. and what I've lost was mostly fat, and that was the approximate amount of fat and body mass in general that I can anticipate to lose in the following several months likely. So I've lost 6.4 pounds in the past 2 weeks. I have to lose around 40 pounds more, so effectively we can say that I can lose this amount of weight in the next 7-8 weeks, so a couple of months. So it's quite optimistic if I keep doing what I'm doing right now, and the results would be similar. Before I get to my plans for the following 2 weeks, I would like to mention a couple of other things. There are other indicators of weight loss and fat loss. First of all, my body fat percentage has significantly decreased. Now it's around 26.4 to maybe 28%, which is way better than 31.4, the starting body fat percentage. As a side note, I still don't trust one of my scales, so what I've done, I have measured my body fat percentage using a couple of other techniques. One of them was an in-body scanner, and the device showed that my body fat percentage was 23% just several days ago. Also, we can use some formulas from my website. Please check it out. We've got a special page for you which is called Toolbox, where you can just enter all your body measurements, and the website will calculate your approximate body fat percentage for you. So according to the website, my body fat percentage is 24%. So we've got multiple estimates, and they all indicate that first, my body fat percentage is in between 23 and 28%, and there was a reduction from the original amount. So I'm quite happy about that. People are noticing the change. They ask lots of questions. One of them is, how do you feel? Do you feel okay? The answer is yes, I actually feel okay. I cannot say that I'm particularly full of energy and feeling very rejuvenated. I must say that there are moments when I feel quite sluggish and just sometimes it's difficult to focus on things. Again, I'm not consuming too many calories. It is a struggle. I also measure myself, and I can say that both my hip circumference and waist circumference went significantly down. They decreased by 2.5 inches, which corresponds to 1 or 2 sizes in clothing, which is another good indicator of a successful weight loss. So what is my plan for the next 2 weeks? The plan is super simple, to be honest. I will just keep doing what I've been doing. Low carbohydrate diet, fasting intermittently, eating once a day, keeping an eye on calories but not specifically counting them. I might start counting calories only if I feel that my nutritional approach must become stricter if I hit a plateau and my weight loss stops completely for several days at least. I will also continue working out. Again, I don't have crazy plans about working out really hard these days. All I'm trying to achieve is to engage my body in some physical exercise, make it structured, and most importantly, I want to prepare myself for really intense workouts when I'm done with weight loss, or most of it. So effectively what I'm doing right now is I'm working out twice a week. I've got short, less than 1 hour, intense workouts, resistance training, and I'm working out with relatively low weights. So it's like 40, 50, 60% of what I used to work out with. Right now I started with very low weights and I'm gradually increasing them up. And I'm trying to keep proper form. I'm trying to prepare my musculoskeletal system for higher intensity exercise later on this year. And at the same time, I'm gradually increasing my my weights. So I will be completely ready for really intense workouts somewhere in October, November, December, and so on. Meanwhile, the goal is to just keep losing weight and not to get overwhelmed or overtrained. And the last but not the least, my expectations. So what do I expect to happen? I expect to lose another 5-7 pounds in the next couple of weeks. I'm actually very close to 90 kilos of body weight, or 200 pounds, which are different numbers, but they are very important for myself as some sort of a psychological barriers. It's very important for me to weigh less than 90 kilos, or less than 200 pounds, and I definitely plan to achieve this result in the next 2 weeks. So that was my plan and my expectations. I will definitely keep you all posted, and you are my motivation right now. Please subscribe to my channel, check out my website. We've got amazing tools for you to use for your personal body transformations. Ask questions, hit like button, hit subscribe button. I hope you're enjoying what you are seeing on my channel. Make comments, ask questions. I'm always happy to answer them. So I will see you in 2 weeks with my next report, and in the interim I will definitely make 1 or 2 videos on other subjects. See you soon. All the best.